In previous chapters, we had worked on cookies, database, and sessions, and working with Laravel's models, controller, and all that. This chapter we will focus on forms, HTML forms, how they are created in views, how it takes the input from the user, and how it interacts with the models, and so on. Now, as you can see, we have already served the Laravel project under this port number 8000. So now let's create a form. Let's focus on how creation of the form takes place in Laravel. Laravel provides various inbuilt tags to handle HTML forms easily and securely. For that is a point to be noted. All major elements of HTML are generated in Laravel. To support this, we need to add an HTML package with the help of a composer. So as you can see, one command prompt is already there. Let's redirect to my folder, that is sample project. And inside sample project, my composer is nothing but the HTML composer. So it will be composer require illuminate HTML. Okay. So that HTML composer, the required package will be downloaded in it. I guess my system has already downloaded in it. Let's check it. So it takes a while. It downloads the required packages, and it also says that it needs a class loader or something. So let's wait for a while. Let's see how it's working. Once this is downloaded, we need to create a form after the registration under app.php and routes.php. So it takes a while, so we need to hold on. A little bit of patience is also required over here. So now you can see it is loading composer repositories with the updating dependencies. It checks for the dependencies, and later it also installs this package which I mentioned over here, illuminate HTML. So it always takes a while because it checks for the required validations, and it checks whether it is done properly or not. Yeah, so now you can see that there is nothing to install or update. It means the required illuminate HTML is already been installed, and it later mentions that it's generate and optimize class loader. Other thing is that you need to go to the folder, sample project folder, which is in C drive, sample project, under app HTTP. So under app HTTP you will see the controllers, but inside the app there is also one more thing. Inside config there is something called as app.php. So we need to add this package, whatever we have installed right now, to the Laravel configuration file, which is nothing but an app.php, and we need to do it inside this particular file, and that will be done under providers section. So let's search for providers where it is, as it's quite a long file. Yeah, the providers is mentioned over here. So here I will add the package, that is HTML service provider class, in the similar way as we have for view. So here I'll add a class illuminate HTML, and my class provider will be HTML service provider. That is nothing but HTML service provider class. Now I have added it, like I have registered it under the class section. Now in the same file I will check for the aliases or the aliases, whatever you can say, and over there these are nothing but the registered. They are registered when this application is started. However, feel free to register as many you want, as they are lazy loaded and they don't hinder the performance. Okay, so now I will mention the aliases for that. Like I'll mention for form as well as for the HTML. So it is important to add aliases in the same file for HTML and form. And this is nothing but other name. You can say another name which is used, like a pet name for the common person. So here I'll add for form equal to, the aliases will be same like this way. Only some properties will change, which I'll tell right now. Okay, here I'll say illuminate HTML and this will be nothing but form facet. Form facet. So this was the registration for the form. Now in the similar way I will do registration for the HTML. So the HTML thing will be in the similar way. Here inside HTML facet. So it is just giving another name to HTML as well as. Now it's done. Now everything is set up. Now we need to understand how HTML tags have been created. For that, first of all, we'll do one thing. We'll create a form.php under views section. So I'll create a new file. I will save this file inside resources, views, and my file name will be form.php. That is my new view to be created, and here we will manipulate the required things. Okay,